I opened the door. She was smiling at me. Her brain just snaps. I think something's happening to us. The pull, the thirst in your bones. I can't explain it, but we're sick. No? Yeah, just do it.
I think you should sleep in the spare room tonight.
I agree. We need to keep our distance.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lights, Cameras, and Scream. And I'm your host today, Leon LeGray, back with a preview. So this time, we're going to start with some fresh flicks here, and into my surprise, I've just gone over the trailer 1 and trailer 2. So I've been going over this even on TV as well, catching up with Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Tubi TV here in the States. Which is an application I've been watching each episodes of each season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then this commercial came up, and I said, this looks pretty interesting. And I don't know what's with the hype about it, but then when I saw the trailer, it just so happens that, this looks pretty interesting, but the whole body horror. And so now I'm looking forward to it on the 30th, which is actually, the release is actually today. So I'm really excited about that, and more so, I'm really intrigued with what's going to happen, especially with the two couple, get stuck in they get stuck in their cabin, and then some crazy weird things happen to these two couple where they're forced to be like codependent or attached together, which is quite nutty of its own. By far, I have to say though, with this new type of horror, well, I can't say new, but I mean you've seen examples of body horror happening, but this is to a point where there some force or entity is forcing them to be together, and so instead of having things separate in a very separate mode, so it's at this point it's like I looked at this trailer, I was like thinking this is quite of a wild ride to be expected. There is a lot of hype to this movie. Like for instance, Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm going over on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which in commercials I've been checking up and seeing, which is rated pretty high on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like 100%. But then you look at Metacritic, which is scored pretty good. It's 78 out of 100, which is pretty favorable. I'm still, I am still gonna watch it and see how that goes for me, and however, I'm just to give you the backstory and to give you the direction of the film, which the film, funny enough, for a supernatural body horror, which is written and directed by Michael Shanks, which this is his directional debut, and the film stars in real life married actors Dave Franco and Allison Brie as a couple who moved to the countryside to find themselves encounter a mysterious force that horrifically causes changes in their bodies. Together, premiered in the 2025 Sundance Film Festival on January 26, 2025, and is scheduled to be released in the United States by Neon and on July 30th, which is today, and in Australia, which is going to be tomorrow, for Australian viewers. So the plot right here. So giving you the plot details, which here entails, Millie Watson gets a job teaching elementary school English, and moves to the countryside with her longtime boyfriend, aspiring musician Tim. Shortly before the move, Millie proposed that to Tim at a going away party held by their friends, but he hesitates to respond, embarrassing her. One day, while hiking, they fall into the cave during a rainstorm and resolves to spend the night there. Short on water, they drink from the pool in the cave. Upon waking up the next morning, Tim and Millie find their legs stuck together with a glue-like substance, but dismiss the incident after separating. Tim begins to experience episodes where he becomes inexplicably physically drawn to Millie. Despite the couple previously experiencing a lack of sexual intimacy, but pulls back after regaining consciousness, much to Millie's frustration and bewilderment. So, okay, so this is what it's about. So, just being stuck together. It's yeah, it's quite of a crazy concept going over this film's detail. Wow. So I have to say, first impressions, I wanted to go ahead and move on just reading the plot line because I know there's going to be a lot of spoilers. So I will say that without going too in depth with the plot, I would say my first impressions is this film does look amazing, even if it's Michael Shank's debut, his written and directorial debut on this, which it's quite exciting to see a new director debuting their work right there. So with all that said, it is exciting, and I am going to be checking this out. I'm not sure about today, but so I would say about Thursday or over the weekend. We'll see where this goes, because I know I haven't seen a new horror flick ever since Nosferatu back in December of last year. So I can't wait for this one too. But with that said, what do you guys think about Together? Because I think Together sounds very, very interesting. Well, leave your comments down below. I can't wait to hear what you guys gotta say. And absolutely, this looks just amazing. All right, guys. I'll be talking to you guys more down the long run, and we'll be back for my own review of Together pretty soon. Take care.